guys, Mystic Fairy King here, and welcome back to my channel. Now today we're going to continue on. Where we left off in our adventure of The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Now where we left off from last time is we went from the level 2 dungeon. Basically, kind of traversed, did some leaf collecting and whatnot. And we've made it to the outside level 3, the Key Cavern. And here we go. And here we are once again with what I had referred to in the last video, with the doors, basically with the doors that you can open, basically with throwing a pot at it. Now these enemies. Yeah, so so these are the new enemies that we are having to encounter in this dungeon. Basically, very careful with that. Right. Sweet. Got out of the chest right away. Ah! I got bamboozled. Fooled him, is what Mirage would say. Yeah. We should head this way first, just because it's kind of like the easiest to take. So these new enemies, they teleport basically to the opposite side of the room from where you're at. It's basically it's just a matter of knowing where they're gonna teleport to beforehand. Ugh. Fumbled the bag on that one. Fumbled the bag, my lord. There's time's a charm. Aha! You know, I took a couple of hearts from that. Ah! Almost plummeted down again. But with that, I think we're gonna go down. So, with that, from what I remember, I do believe we go up next. This one's kind of a little bit easier of a room. It's just kind of straightforward. I find those jumping skeletons much more annoying because, like, now they're actually gunning for you. We're gonna collect that key. Gonna hit this crystal. Because, well, I mean, it's gonna help us in the long run. And we're gonna finish off by going over here. No, we don't necessarily need to actually kill that enemy right there. So we're gonna head up here into this large room. Now, if I remember correctly, we do need to throw a bomb over here to reveal a room. Ah! but we obviously can't jump over that chasm at the moment. So I do believe our next stop is coming this direction. Ah! Hey, and choo-choos attach themselves to me. We're gonna head through here now. Ah. Throw that over there. And we're gonna head through this one-way door. So we're gonna continue on through here. Ah! Did not mean to do that, but there we are. So we're gonna quickly go over here, and you'll notice that there's actually a crack in the wall over here. But if you go over, if you come over here to the room next to it, you'll see that there are no cracks in the wall, which hint, hint, nudge, nudge type of thing. So we're gonna throw this bomb over here because now we have quick, easy access to this room over here, which is going to become important later, but for now we're gonna head down here. And 50 rupees. Awesome. Can always use more rupees. Rupees are our friends. They help us get stuff. No! Get off of me! So now, like we were talking about before, we are actually going to head in that direction where we're going to traverse those rooms that we had, just basically bombed. Now here are some more bomb enemies, but these ones are actually slightly different. These ones actually have timers on them and will actually follow you because they're trying to damage you. Got out of that unscathed. Got ourselves our handy dandy compass. So, woohoo! Yes! My luck paid off, and I was able to do that without without it coming over by me. There's sometimes where it actually would come over by me, and it's like ah, motherfucker. But luckily it did not do that. So now we have ourselves 3 keys. Now it's going to be very important that we have those keys come a little bit later. Ah. Alright, sweet. We're back to full health. Now we're finally going to actually come. We're finally going to come over here and traverse up here to where we finally face the mini boss of the dungeon. Now these ones, these enemy, this mini boss is, or bosses, I should say, are pretty much kind of like they're pretty much kind of like Dodongos, and where you absolutely need bombs to defeat them, but you have to time it just right because sometimes they'll go into a random direction, so it's kind of like you kind of have to know where they're coming from or going. All right. Head over here. And we finally have ourselves our dungeon item, the Pegasus boots. Now, I personally think that the Pegasus boots are probably one of the most useful of all the items that you have, because now you not only can you run really fast, but now while paired with your Rock's Feather, you can jump far distances. And now we no longer have to worry about these things. Oh, a weird object. There must be some way to tackle this obstacle. No pun intended. All right. So now with that, we can actually finally jump that big chasm, as well as over here, and get ourselves our nightmare key. Woo! But we are actually not done yet. We still have a little left to go before we even reach the nightmare room. So I think where we are going to head next is back into where the mini boss room was, and we're gonna go through this little portal back to the beginning portion, and we're gonna go over here to the right. There's this little room where there's this I have no idea what it is, but it's without the Pegasus boots, it basically just pushes you to the outside of this room. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. And now that we have the Pegasus boots, we can actually head through that to reach this little choo-choo. And finally head back through here and destroy these skeletons. We finally get a chest reveal over here. Oh my god, sweet. A big rupee with 300 rupees. Yes. Thank you. Ooh, sweet. Since we did that little switch from earlier that we talked about, we can now access this one, the Stone Beak, which you can use on those, like, they're pretty much like the little owl statues. They kind of give you hints of the puzzles and whatnot. But at this point, kind of really don't need them at this point. I think that's where pretty much like 3/4 of the way, like more than 3/4 of the way through the dungeon. So now that we have 4 keys, we can finally head through here, which is why we needed 4 keys all together. Yeah. a fun little tidbit is that they actually added an extra key. Then it's actually an unneeded key, but they just decided to throw in an extra key that, just for shits and giggles, because it's called the Key Cavern. Now we're finally gonna head into the nightmare room. You can't find me. Yeah, yeah. So we can actually use this slime eye. Now the first phase of this battle is basically like I have to hit his eye, and basically he has to do like a cell division. And once he's at this point, I will use the Pegasus boots to separate him. Now I do have to be careful, since they both kind of like. And there we are. We have successfully defeated Slime Eye, actually pretty easily. Now we're gonna head on through here to this room so we can obtain our third instrument of the sirens, which is known as the Sea Lily's Bell.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Waterfall. It is hidden in the waterfall. Hoot! How many instruments have you gotten so far? When you play the instruments in front of the egg, the windfish will wake and you will leave this island. Now you must hasten to the Yarna Desert. The dark monstrous inhabitants of the sand will show you the way. Hoot hoot! And so with that, guys, I am going to leave it at that for this video. I thank you so much for tuning in. If you'd like to subscribe, it tremendously helps. Leave a comment if you'd like down below. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.